Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies out there, the 2014 No Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny. If you've ever wondered about the hidden treasures circulating in your pocket change, you're in for a treat. This particular penny has a market value that could blow your mind, reaching up to a whopping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, stick around, because we're going to explore why this coin is so special, how you can spot it, and what makes it such a prized collector's item. Let's start with some background. In 2014, the U.S. Mint issued a special set of pennies to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II in the Pacific. This series was part of the Lincoln Cent program, and the design highlighted a key moment in history, the Pacific theater of World War II. The 2014 War in the Pacific pennies were released with a very distinctive feature. They were struck without a mint mark. Typically, coins from the U.S. Mint carry a mint mark, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, in 2014, an error was made in production, and a number of pennies were minted without this mark, which significantly increased their value among collectors. Now, why does the absence of a mint mark make this coin so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity. While most 2014 pennies have a mint mark, the ones without it are far fewer in number, making them much more desirable to collectors. Coins like this, with a unique characteristic such as no mint mark, tend to appreciate in value over time, especially when the demand for them is high. Now, let's talk money, the $2 million question. So, how much is a 2014 no mint mark war in the Pacific penny actually worth? Well, depending on the condition of the coin, its value can vary significantly. But in the highest grades, where the coin is in mint condition with little to no wear, this penny can be worth up to $2 million on the market. Yes, that's right. If you happen to have one of these coins in pristine condition, you could be sitting on an absolute gold mine. Coins with such a significant error tend to fetch astronomical prices at auctions, and this one is no exception. For example, if it's graded as a mint state coin, which means it looks as though it just came off the press, its value could hit that staggering $2 million mark. So, how do you find this penny among all the other coins in circulation? It's important to know what you're looking for. First, remember that the 2014 penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, so it will have the familiar Abraham Lincoln portrait on the obverse. What sets it apart is that it was struck without a mint mark. You can find this coin by checking the reverse side of the penny. Normally, you'll see the mint mark below the E in United States of America. However, in the case of the 2014 no mint mark war in the Pacific penny, this space will be empty. That's the key to identifying this rare coin. It's also crucial to look at the condition of the penny. If you find a 2014 penny without a mint mark, but it's worn down or heavily circulated, it may not be worth a fortune. Coins in good condition, with minimal scratches or discoloration, will hold much more value. Speaking of condition, let's talk about coin grading. Grading is the process by which coins are assessed for their quality and condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin that looks brand new. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For the 2014 no mint mark penny, a grade of 65 or higher can make the difference between a few dollars and a potential fortune. The grading process is subjective, but coins that receive high grades from certified organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation are the most sought after by collectors. So, if you happen to find a 2014 penny without a mint mark and it's in perfect or near perfect condition, get it professionally graded. You could be looking at a rare and valuable treasure that could fetch an incredible price at auction. Now, if you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies, or perhaps you already have one in your collection, you may be wondering where to sell it. While you can always check with local coin dealers, the best place to sell rare and valuable coins like this is at reputable online auction sites, such as eBay or Heritage Auctions. These platforms attract coin collectors from all over the world, and you can potentially get top dollar for your coin. Additionally, contacting professional coin dealers who specialize in rare U.S. coins is another great way to sell your 2014 no mint mark penny. They can help you assess its value, get it graded, and potentially find buyers willing to pay a premium for such a rare piece of history. So, why are collectors so eager to get their hands on these coins? It all comes down to rarity and historical significance. The 2014 No Mint Mark War in the Pacific penny is not only a rare era coin, but also a piece of history commemorating the end of World War II in the Pacific theater. Coins like this tell a story, and collectors love to add them to their collections because they're part of the broader narrative of American history. Furthermore, collectors know that rare and unusual coins tend to appreciate in value over time. So, if you manage to find a 2014 No Mint Mark penny and hold on to it, it might continue to gain in value, making it a worthwhile investment. To sum it all up, the 2014 No Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is a highly sought-after coin with a market value that could potentially reach $2 million, depending on its condition and grade. Its rarity, historical significance, and error make it a prized item among collectors. If you happen to come across one of these pennies, take a moment to examine it closely. You could be holding on to a small fortune. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin-related content, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin like this. If you're a fan of rare coins, today's video is going to be a real treat. We're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable pennies, specifically the 1996 D. Lincoln penny, and you won't believe how much it's worth on the market today, up to $2 million. Stick around to learn how you might have a fortune sitting in your pocket right now. Let's start with the basics. The 1996 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and it's part of the long-running series that features Abraham Lincoln on the front and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the back. You might think, what makes this particular penny so special? Well, let me take you through the fascinating story of how this coin became worth so much. First, let's talk about the 1996 D penny in general. Most of these coins were produced with no major issues, and they're not particularly rare in circulation. You'll find plenty of them in your pocket change, but what sets some of them apart from the rest is something you'd never expect: the mysterious War in the Pacific error. You might be wondering, War in the Pacific? How does that connect to a 1996 penny? Well, there's an incredible story behind this coin that involves a rare minting error linked to the Pacific theater of World War II. The story goes that during the production of the 1996 D pennies, a small number of them were struck with a rare error. This mistake resulted in the coin having an unusual feature, a double die, which means the design on the coin was struck twice. These double die errors are highly sought after by collectors because they create unique and distinctive characteristics that set the coin apart from the standard version. For the 1996 D Lincoln penny, the error was especially noticeable on Lincoln's face and the date. The double die error made the features of the Lincoln Memorial and Abraham Lincoln himself look distorted, creating a unique version of the coin that collectors instantly recognized as being far more valuable than the regular issue. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, let's talk about how this error coin went from being just another misstruck penny to one of the most valuable coins on the market. When this 1996 D double die penny was discovered, collectors began to search for any examples they could find, and it wasn't long before they realized how rare these coins were. The error is so rare that only a handful of these pennies are known to exist, making them incredibly valuable. Fast forward to today, and the value of a 1996 D double die Lincoln penny has skyrocketed. Some of these coins have sold for over $2 million at auction. And it's not just a fluke. Serious collectors and investors are actively hunting for these rare pieces to add to their collections, knowing that they could one day be worth even more. But how can you tell if your 1996 D penny is worth $2 million? It all comes down to the condition and the type of error. First, you'll want to have your penny professionally graded by a company like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service. These organizations evaluate coins for their condition, authenticity, and value. Coins with the double die error, in mint condition, are the ones fetching the highest prices. If you have a 1996 D penny that seems to have a misaligned or doubled image, it could be worth having it graded. Some of the more pristine examples of this coin have sold for millions, and if you find one in your collection or even in your pocket change, it might just change your life. Now, let's take a closer look at why this penny is so valuable. Collectors value these rare coins not just because they're unique, but also because of their historical significance. The 1996 D penny with the double die error is a reminder of how even small mistakes in the minting process can lead to incredibly valuable items. It's also a tribute to the history of American coinage, with Abraham Lincoln being one of the most recognized figures in U.S. history. So, why the $2 million price tag? Well, it all comes down to rarity. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist, and even fewer are in mint condition. As with any rare item, demand drives up the price, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one of these historic era pennies. Before you rush off to check your coin collection, it's important to remember that most 1996 D pennies aren't worth millions. Most of them were struck perfectly, with no errors. However, if you think you might have one of these rare error coins, it's worth taking a closer look to identify whether your 1996 D penny has the double die error. You'll need to closely examine the details. The most noticeable areas to check are Lincoln's face, the date, and the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you see any doubling or distortion in these areas, you may have a valuable coin on your hands. And if you do think you have a 1996 D double die penny, don't just hold on to it hoping it's worth millions. Get it professionally graded and certified. A graded coin will not only verify its authenticity, but will also help you get the best price if you ever decide to sell it. The current market for rare coins is thriving, with some investors looking for coins like the 1996 D double die penny as long-term investments. In fact, some experts believe that the value of these rare coins could continue to rise as they become harder to find, especially as collectors snap them up. In conclusion, the 1996 D Lincoln penny is a prime example of how a simple mistake can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Whether you find one in your pocket change or inherit one from a family member, if you come across a 1996 D penny with a double die error, it could be worth up to $2 million. Next time you're going through your coins, be sure to check your 1996 D pennies carefully. It could be the start of your journey into the world of rare coin collecting, and who knows, you might just find a fortune. Thanks for watching today's video. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of U.S. history that you might just have in your pocket, the 1988 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. If you're a fan of rare coins or simply curious about the surprising value of everyday pennies, you're in for a treat. In this video, we'll explore the significance, rarity, and shocking market value of the 1988 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that could be worth a staggering $1 million. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, and over the years, there have been countless variations. Most pennies are stamped with either a P for Philadelphia, an D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco, which indicates where they were minted. But every so often, something unusual happens. In 1988, a small number of Lincoln pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint without the usual mint mark. This omission isn't just a minor detail. It's a rare occurrence that makes the 1988 no mint mark penny incredibly valuable to collectors. So, why does this happen? Well, mint marks are typically used to identify the location of production for coins. However, in 1988, the Philadelphia Mint produced a batch of pennies without mint marks, and that tiny detail has made these coins incredibly sought after. It's believed that the lack of a mint mark was due to a mistake, possibly because of an oversight during the minting process. So, why is this penny so valuable today? The key lies in its rarity. Since only a limited number of these coins were produced, they are hard to find, making them highly prized among collectors. But there's more to the story. The 1988 no mint mark penny is part of a larger category of rare coins that were minted during a period of intense demand and production. Collectors know that certain years, like 1988, can yield valuable coins, and finding one with no mint mark can make it even more desirable. Now, let's talk about the value. When you think of pennies, you probably don't imagine them being worth much, right? After all, pennies are the smallest denomination of U.S. currency, often just tossed into jars or thrown away. But that's where things get interesting. Rare coins, like the 1988 no mint mark penny, can fetch enormous prices on the market. In fact, some have been known to sell for close to $1 million. That's right, $1 million for a single penny. Of course, the condition of the coin is critical when it comes to determining its value. A well-preserved, uncirculated penny with no mint mark can command the highest price, while one in poor condition might still be worth a significant amount, but not nearly as much. In general, the better the condition of the penny, the higher the price it will fetch in the market. Coins that have been well maintained, free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, are often the ones that make the headlines in auctions and sales. So, how can you tell if your 1988 penny is the no mint mark version? It's actually pretty simple. Start by looking closely at the obverse, or front, of the coin. The mint mark is typically located just beneath the date on the right side of Abraham Lincoln's portrait. If you don't see a P, D, or S there, you might just have a rare 1988 no mint mark penny on your hands. Another way to check is by using a magnifying glass or a loupe. Sometimes, mint marks can be very faint, so a closer inspection can reveal the lack of one. However, it's important to be careful, as some counterfeits have been known to circulate that might look similar. A professional appraiser or numismatist is your best bet for verifying the authenticity and value of your coin. If you do discover that you have a 1988 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, you might be wondering how you can go about selling it or getting it appraised. The first step is to get it evaluated by an expert. There are many online forums and coin communities where collectors and appraisers can help you understand the true value of your coin. You could also visit a local coin shop or send it to a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to have it certified. Once you've had your coin authenticated and graded, the next step is to decide whether you want to sell it. Auctions are one popular option for selling rare coins, as they can help attract collectors from all over the world. Online platforms like eBay also offer opportunities to list and sell your coins to a global audience. Just remember, selling a coin like this requires a bit of research to ensure you're getting the best possible price. The market for rare coins can fluctuate, so timing is important when it comes to selling. It's also worth noting that, like any investment, there's no guarantee that your 1988 no mint mark penny will fetch $1 million. The market for rare coins can change, and many factors influence the price, including the condition of the coin, demand, and the overall state of the economy. However, owning a coin like this is certainly a rare opportunity that could pay off in the future. If you're wondering how to best care for your 1988 penny, the answer is simple. Protect it from wear and tear. Store it in a safe place, ideally in a protective holder or coin flip, to prevent any scratches or damage. Keeping it in pristine condition will help ensure that it retains its value over time. Avoid touching the coin with your bare hands, as the oils from your skin can damage the surface. Use cotton gloves when handling valuable coins, and keep them in a dry, safe environment. The 1988 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is just one example of how everyday coins can hold incredible value. As we've discussed, these pennies can be worth as much as $1 million if you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is a perfect reminder that the world of numismatics is full of surprises. So, what do you think? Do you have a 1988 no mint mark penny lying around? If so, you might be sitting on a gold mine, or should I say, a rare penny? Be sure to check your spare change and keep an eye out for this elusive coin. We have a fascinating topic that coin collectors and history enthusiasts alike will find intriguing: the 1984 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny and its surprising connection to the war in the Pacific. Yes, that's right. This humble coin is tied to a pivotal moment in history and is worth far more than most people realize. In fact, some of these pennies have sold for upwards of $2 million. Stick with me as we dive deep into why this specific penny is considered so valuable and what makes it so unique. First, let's take a look at the coin itself. The 1984 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, Colorado. Most of the coins that were produced during this time are standard copper-plated zinc pennies, with no special distinguishing marks or errors. But don't be fooled. This penny is much more than just a common piece of currency from the 1980s. What makes this particular coin stand out is the unique story it tells and the extremely rare error that can occur in the minting process. In numismatic terms, this coin is referred to as an error coin. Error coins are those that were made with a mistake at the U.S. Mint, making them highly sought after by collectors. These errors can come in many forms, from doubling in the lettering or dates to wrong-sized dies, or in rare cases, like with the 1984 D Lincoln penny, unique variations that give the coin a distinct and rare characteristic. So, Why do some of these 1984 D pennies sell for up to $2 million? Well, it all comes down to a specific variety of this coin that features a rare and fascinating error. This error coin, sometimes called the War in the Pacific penny, is known for having an unusual strike that was made with a defective die. The story behind this die defect is what connects it to the War in the Pacific. During the late 1980s, the U.S. Mint was working on minting many coins, including the Lincoln pennies for circulation. At this time, the U.S. Mint used large-scale equipment that struck thousands of coins at once. Occasionally, the machinery would experience issues, like a worn or cracked die that would cause these errors. In the case of the 1984 D Lincoln penny, some coins were struck with a die that had a slight flaw, creating a unique and noticeable image on the coin's obverse side. The War in the Pacific connection comes from the way this error coin's details seem to almost mimic some of the visual representations of wartime imagery. While it may seem like an odd association at first, collectors have found that these coins symbolize a sort of historical memory tied to the wartime era. This added layer of significance makes the 1984 D Lincoln penny not just a valuable piece of currency, but a piece of history that reflects the impact of the war in the Pacific. Now, let's talk about how to identify these rare, era-laden 1984 D pennies. Most of the time, these coins will be very similar to a regular 1984 penny, but if you're lucky enough to have one with the error, you'll notice some key features. First, examine the lettering and images closely. The lettering on these error coins might appear thicker, double-stamped, or even slightly blurry, which is a direct result of the die flaw. Next, check the edges. Error coins can sometimes have unusual rim characteristics, like uneven edges or even a cud, which is a raised area where the die was worn or cracked. It's these distinct features that are key in identifying an error penny with the War in the Pacific connection. These features are subtle but unmistakable once you know what to look for. But you might be wondering, how do I know if I've got one of these rare error coins? Well, here's where things get interesting. While some of these error coins have been found in circulation, others have been sold at auction for millions of dollars. In fact, some 1984 D Lincoln pennies with the War in the Pacific error have fetched incredible prices at numismatic auctions, reaching up to $2 million. You may be thinking, how in the world could a simple penny be worth that much? The answer lies in rarity and demand. As with all collectibles, the value of a coin is determined by how rare it is and how much collectors are willing to pay for it. With only a small number of these error coins in existence, and the unique historical connection they have to the war in the Pacific, it's no wonder they can command such high prices. If you want to start your own search for these rare 1984 D pennies, keep an eye on local coin shops, estate sales, or online auction sites. If you find one with the error characteristics I've mentioned, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Now, I know some of you may be skeptical about whether this coin really exists or if it's just a myth. But rest assured, there have been multiple authenticated instances where these error coins have been verified and sold for huge sums of money. Experts and numismatists have examined these coins and confirmed their authenticity, adding to their mystique and increasing their demand on the market. To sum it all up, the 1984 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just a common coin from the 1980s. It's a piece of American history with a rare and fascinating connection to the war in the Pacific. Whether you're a collector or just someone interested in the world of coins, this penny is a reminder that even the smallest, most overlooked objects can hold incredible value. So, the next time you're going through your change, make sure to take a close look at your 1984 D pennies. Who knows, you could be holding a coin worth millions. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. If you want to stay updated on all things related to rare coins and valuable currency, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below. We'll be diving into a fascinating and highly valuable coin, the 1979 D Lincoln penny, a rare piece of history that has sparked interest among collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. We'll explore its significance, the history behind its production, and most importantly, the impressive market value that can go as high as $1 million. So, if you're into coins or just curious about hidden treasures lying in your pocket change, keep watching. Now let's begin with a little history. The 1979 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, Colorado, as indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. This penny is part of a large series of pennies that the U.S. Mint produced throughout the late 20th century. But unlike many other pennies from this era, the 1979 D stands out for its scarcity and demand among collectors. You might wonder, what makes a penny from this year so special? To answer that, we need to understand the unique circumstances surrounding its minting and how it ended up as one of the most valuable pennies today. The most crucial factor in determining a coin's value is its rarity. And in the case of the 1979 D. Lincoln penny, rarity comes from a combination of factors. While millions of pennies were minted that year, a small portion of these coins are considered to be errors or irregularities, which dramatically increases their worth. In particular, some 1979 D pennies were struck with a distinctive doubling of the numbers on the obverse, most notably the Liberty and In God We Trust inscriptions. This error is what collectors refer to as the double die variety. What makes this error so rare is that it was a mistake made during the production process, leading to a misalignment of the dies. This misalignment caused a double impression of the coin's details, making the lettering appear thicker and offset. The most famous example of this error is what's known as the 1979 D wide AM variety. This particular error has the AM in America spaced further apart than normal, another sign of the flawed minting process. These two major variations, the double die and the wide AM, make the 1979 D. Lincoln penny an extremely rare and valuable coin today. Now, let's talk about how much these rare pennies can be worth. While most 1979 D pennies are worth only a few cents, the ones with the double die or wide AM error can fetch astronomical prices. In the right condition, a 1979 D. Lincoln penny with these errors has been known to sell for anywhere from hundreds of dollars to over $1 million at auction. The value of a 1979 D. Lincoln penny can depend on several factors: the condition of the coin, the presence of specific errors, and how well it has been preserved over the years. Coins in mint state, those that have never been circulated and show no signs of wear or damage, tend to be worth the most. Coins with visible doubling, or those with the wide AM variety in top-notch condition, have sold for record prices. Some of these rare pennies have fetched over $1 million, making them a prime target for serious coin collectors and investors. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable pennies? First, check the mint mark. You're specifically looking for a 1979 penny with a D mint mark. Then, look closely at the details on the obverse. If you spot doubling or an unusual spacing in the lettering or numbers, you might have a coin worth thousands, if not more. The next step is to have the coin professionally graded. This ensures the condition and authenticity of the coin, which can dramatically affect its market value. Now, you might be wondering how such a coin could end up worth so much money. Coins with error varieties are prized because they are rare and often represent a unique mistake in the minting process. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay a premium for these types of coins because they add an extra layer of intrigue and history to their collection. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny is no exception, and its value has been increasing steadily over the years as more people learn about its rarity. In addition to the rarity of the errors, the 1979 D. Lincoln penny has gained popularity due to its connection to the larger history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny itself is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history, first introduced in 1909. The penny has always been a staple of American currency, and rare or error versions of it have always been highly sought after by collectors. This long-standing appreciation for the Lincoln cent only adds to the demand for the 1979 D penny. Collectors of rare coins often look for pieces with interesting stories or unique characteristics. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny with the doubling error or wide AM variety fits this bill perfectly. It's a coin that stands out from the rest, offering a glimpse into a moment in history when a simple mistake during the minting process turned a humble penny into $1 million collectible. And it's this story, paired with the coin's rarity, that has made the 1979 D. Lincoln penny such a coveted treasure among collectors. If you think you might have one of these rare pennies in your collection or come across one while sorting through your change, make sure to inspect it carefully. Look for the signs of doubling on the lettering, check the spacing between AM in America, and pay attention to the overall condition of the coin. If you find one, You could be holding on to a valuable asset that could be worth far more than its face value. Before we wrap up, let's quickly review what you need to remember about the 1979 D Lincoln penny and its potential value. First, look for the D mint mark to confirm it's a Denver minted coin. Then, check for any signs of doubling on the obverse or a wide AM error. Finally, make sure your coin is in good condition and have it professionally graded if you believe it could be a rare variety. With the right coin and the right buyer, you could have a true gem in your hands. Thank you for watching today's video, where today we're diving into a fascinating piece of American coin history, the 1971 Lincoln penny, specifically the rare variety with no mint mark. This particular coin has captured the attention of collectors, and for good reason. Believe it or not, this coin can be worth up to a staggering $2 million in the market. Let's take a closer look at why this penny is worth so much, how to identify it, and why it's causing such a buzz among collectors. The 1971 penny, in general, is not a rare coin. It was produced in large quantities, and the typical version you find in your pocket is worth only 1 cent. However, there's a specific variety of this penny that stands out from the rest, the 1971 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Normally, you'll see a mint mark on U.S. coins, denoting where they were minted. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint typically don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D, and coins from San Francisco are marked with an S. However, the 1971 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has sparked great interest because of its unexpected rarity. The reason behind this coin's value can be traced to an error that occurred during the minting process. While most pennies from 1971 were minted in either Denver or Philadelphia, some coins from Philadelphia were produced without the usual P mint mark. This happened due to a mistake or oversight at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1971, the Philadelphia Mint had just started using the P mint mark for coins, but some of the pennies were produced without it. As a result, a small number of these 1971 pennies lack the mint mark entirely, making them incredibly rare. Now, why does this mistake make the coin worth such a high value? The rarity of the coin is the key factor. Coins that are produced in error, especially those with such a noticeable difference, are highly sought after by collectors. When a coin is produced with an anomaly, whether it's a missing mint mark or a double strike, it becomes a valuable piece in the world of numismatics. Collectors are always on the lookout for these types of mistakes, as they represent a piece of history and a unique aspect of the coin's production process. In the case of the 1971 no mint mark penny, the number of these coins in circulation is incredibly limited. The exact number of these coins that were made is uncertain, but estimates suggest that only a small percentage of the 1971 pennies were struck without the mint mark. Given how few of these coins exist today, it's no wonder that the value of this coin has skyrocketed over the years. So, how much is the 1971 no mint mark penny worth? On average, a standard 1971 penny with no mint mark can fetch a significant sum, sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands, depending on its condition. And here's where it gets really exciting. If you happen to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, the coin's value can go into the millions. That's right, certain well-preserved 1971 no mint mark pennies have been known to sell for up to $2 million. The most recent sale of a coin like this reached a jaw-dropping price at auction, cementing its place as one of the most valuable pennies in circulation today. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare pennies in your change or in an old coin collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Of course, the condition of the coin is paramount in determining its value. Coins in excellent, uncirculated condition, those that have never been in circulation and have been kept in pristine conditions, are far more valuable than those that have seen wear and tear over the years. When evaluating the condition of your 1971 no mint mark penny, there are several factors to consider. First, look at the coin's surface for any signs of wear, such as scratches, dents, or discoloration. Coins with heavy wear typically fetch lower prices, while those with minimal wear or none at all will be worth significantly more. Additionally, coins that are graded by professional numismatists, such as those certified by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, tend to have higher value because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and condition. If you believe you've found one of these rare 1971 no mint mark pennies, It's a good idea to have it professionally evaluated by a certified coin expert. They can help determine if the coin is indeed the rare variety, and if so, what it might be worth. Many collectors take the time to submit their rare finds for certification, as a certified coin can sell for much higher than an uncertified one. If your penny is in excellent condition, it could be worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even more so. Why is this coin so special beyond just the rarity? It's also a piece of history. The 1971 no mint mark penny serves as a reminder of the many fascinating quirks that happen in the world of coin production. Every coin has a story, and every mistake or oddity adds to its intrigue and value. For collectors, the 1971 no mint mark penny is a symbol of the excitement and passion that drives the hobby of coin collecting. It's important to remember that not all 1971 pennies without a mint mark are worth a fortune. Many of them may still have some value, especially if they are in good condition. However, the most valuable coins are the rarest, and the 1971 no mint mark penny is a shining example of a coin that can go for millions due to its extreme rarity. If you happen to find one of these coins, consider taking it to a coin dealer or auction house to get an expert opinion on its value. You never know. You could be the next person to make a life-changing discovery and find yourself holding a coin worth millions of dollars. In conclusion, the 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a rare and valuable coin that has captured the interest of collectors all over the world. With its unique history, minting error, and the potential for some to be worth millions of dollars, it's a coin that every collector dreams of finding. Whether you have one in your collection or you're on the lookout for one in your change, always keep an eye out for this elusive and valuable piece of American numismatic history. Thanks for watching. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically focusing on the 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, also known as the War in the Pacific penny. If you've ever wondered why this seemingly ordinary penny is worth so much money, you're in the right place. In fact, some of these pennies have reached a market value of up to $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth $2 million. But before we get into why the 2016 Lincoln penny is so valuable, let's take a step back and talk about the history behind these coins. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1909. Over the years, it has undergone several design changes, but in 2016, something truly unique happened that would make certain pennies worth a fortune. To understand why the 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is so valuable, we need to look at its background. In 2016, the United States Mint made a special series of pennies to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II in the Pacific, which is why this coin is often referred to as the War in the Pacific penny. However, due to a rare error during production, some of these pennies were struck without a mint mark, which is typically located on the obverse, near the date. Now, you might be wondering what makes this mistake so valuable. After all, it's just a missing mint mark, right? Well, not exactly. This error is incredibly rare. In fact, fewer than 50 of these 2016 pennies without a mint mark have been discovered. Coins that have such rare production errors often carry a significant premium on the market, as collectors are always on the lookout for unique, limited edition pieces that can complete their collections. The value of a 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark can vary depending on several factors, such as its condition, rarity, and how well it's preserved. While most of these pennies are worth a few dollars, some can fetch up to $2 million if they are in pristine condition. This is because collectors place immense value on coins with rare errors, especially when they're part of a historically significant series like the War in the Pacific pennies. The demand for error coins like this one has skyrocketed in recent years. As more and more collectors discover the value of these unique items, the price continues to rise. It's not uncommon for a 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in mint condition to be sold at auctions for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The highest recorded sale of this particular penny reached a staggering $2 million. Imagine holding on to a penny that could be worth that much. So, what should you look for when checking your own pennies? First, check the date. You're looking for a 2016 Lincoln penny, but without the mint mark. Keep in mind that most pennies minted in 2016 have the D or P mint mark. indicating whether they were produced in Denver or Philadelphia. The missing mint mark on the 2016 penny is the key to its extraordinary value. Once you've found a 2016 penny with no mint mark, you'll want to carefully inspect it for its condition. Coins are graded based on factors like the sharpness of their details, their overall appearance, and how much wear and tear they have experienced. Coins in the best condition, also known as mint state coins, are the most valuable. If your penny has no wear and the details are crisp and clear, it could be worth significantly more than a coin that shows signs of heavy use. The coin's provenance, or its history of ownership, can also play a role in determining its value. If the penny has a documented history of being part of a famous collection or has been authenticated by reputable grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, it can fetch a higher price at auction. Now, let's talk about how these error coins are discovered and how they end up on the market. Most collectors and coin enthusiasts spend years searching through rolls of coins, visiting coin shops, and attending coin shows in hopes of finding rare pieces. Some people have made a living from finding these hidden treasures. Others get lucky, and with the right knowledge and a keen eye, they stumble upon a coin like the 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. If you're interested in finding one of these rare pennies, there are a few things you can do. First, keep an eye out for coin rolls from 2016. Many people search through coin rolls from their local banks, hoping to find valuable coins. If you're not sure where to start, some online coin dealers sell rolls of pennies from specific years, and you can even request rolls from a particular mint. Just make sure to do your research and learn as much as you can about the different varieties of 2016 pennies before you start your search. Another way to find rare coins is by checking your pocket change. While it's unlikely to find a $2 million penny in your change, you never know what could turn up. Some of the best discoveries happen when people least expect it, so always be on the lookout for anything unusual. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on just how fascinating the world of coin collecting can be. What might seem like a simple penny could actually be worth millions of dollars, all because of a small mistake made during the minting process. The 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is a perfect example of how rare error coins can become incredibly valuable, and it's a reminder that the world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures just waiting to be discovered. So, if you have a 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, or if you're lucky enough to find one in the future, make sure to have it professionally graded and appraised. You could be holding onto a piece of history worth a small fortune. Thanks for watching this video on the 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. If you found this information helpful or interesting, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. And as always, leave us a comment below if you have any questions, or if you've ever found a rare coin yourself. We're diving deep into a fascinating and valuable coin, the 1991 D. Lincoln penny with a mint mark, which has become a rare treasure for collectors. While most of us are used to seeing Lincoln pennies as everyday change, this specific one has caught the attention of numismatists and collectors for a very special reason. Its market value can reach up to an astounding $1 million. That's right, a penny that you might overlook could be worth an incredible fortune. Before we get into the details of why the 1991 D. Lincoln penny is so valuable, let's talk about the history of the Lincoln penny and its significance. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, and has been a symbol of American currency ever since. Over the years, there have been various design changes, but the general look of the penny has remained relatively the same. However, certain years have produced rare versions of the penny that have increased in value due to unique circumstances during their minting. Now, what makes the 1991 D. Lincoln penny so extraordinary? To start with, it was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. This penny is part of the series minted in the early 90s, but it holds a special place in the coin collecting world due to a rare error associated with it, making it a highly sought-after item for collectors and investors alike. What caused this error? Well, during the production of the 1991 D pennies, there were some slight but crucial flaws in the minting process that led to coins with unusual characteristics. These imperfections can sometimes make a coin rarer and more valuable, as they are no longer considered regular issue. For example, certain 1991 D pennies show characteristics of being struck with misaligned dies or exhibit unique colorations due to certain chemical reactions during the minting process. These errors are rare, but they exist, and finding one can be like striking gold. Now, let's talk about why this penny has reached such a high market value. First and foremost, rarity is a huge factor. The number of 1991 D Lincoln pennies with these particular flaws is extremely limited. Many of these coins were in circulation for years before being set aside by astute collectors who recognized their potential. As time went on, the demand for rare and error coins surged, and those who had saved these pennies began to realize their value. The rarity is compounded by the fact that many of these coins were accidentally released into circulation and spent without collectors noticing the flaws. That's why finding one of these 1991 D Lincoln pennies in good condition is so rare, and when it is found, it can fetch top dollar at auctions. Coin collectors, known as numismatists, are constantly on the lookout for these types of coins. The combination of the coin's rarity, historical significance, and the possibility of finding one with a striking error makes it one of the most highly sought-after pennies in the market today. In fact, the value of these coins has continued to rise over the years. While a regular 1991 D Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent, a rare error coin can be worth much more, sometimes as much as $1 million or more, depending on its condition and the specific error. The more pristine the coin, the higher the price it can command at auctions or through private sales. So, if you happen to come across a 1991 D Lincoln penny, don't be too quick to dismiss it as just another penny. Take a closer look. If you spot any unusual markings, die errors, or other rare characteristics, you might just be holding a coin worth a fortune. In fact, certain coins have been sold at auction for jaw-dropping amounts. The market for rare coins is growing, and more people are getting involved in numismatics, which is driving up the value of rare pennies, including the 1991 D Lincoln penny. There are even online forums and communities dedicated to coin collecting where enthusiasts can share information about potential finds and discuss the latest trends in the coin market. Now, you might be wondering how to tell if your 1991 D Lincoln penny is one of the rare error coins. The key is in the details. These error coins typically feature imperfections that are noticeable upon close inspection. A common feature of the rare 1991 D Lincoln penny is a misaligned die, which can cause the design to appear off-center or skewed. This misalignment happens when the die used to strike the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process. The result is a penny that appears to be off in some way, making it stand out from the others in circulation. Another factor that makes the 1991 D Lincoln penny so valuable is its connection to the historical period in which it was minted. The early 90s were a time of economic change and transition, and certain events during that time have made these pennies more desirable. The fact that these coins were minted during the tail end of the 20th century adds to their appeal, as collectors are often drawn to items that represent a specific era. To determine if your penny could be worth a significant amount, it's crucial to examine it closely. Look for any signs of unusual die errors, misprints, or imperfections. If you find one of these rare pennies, it's highly recommended to have it professionally appraised by a certified numismatist or take it to a reputable coin dealer. A professional opinion will help you understand the true value of your coin and how much it could potentially fetch on the market. In conclusion, the 1991 D Lincoln penny is a remarkable coin with the potential to be worth a fortune. With its rarity, historical context, and the possibility of finding one with a rare error, it's no wonder that collectors are so eager to get their hands on this piece of American history. If you happen to stumble upon one of these rare pennies in your collection or while out and about, take the time to investigate its worth. It could be the find of a lifetime. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1991 D Lincoln penny and its incredible value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more fascinating coin stories. Stay tuned for more tips on how to spot valuable coins and learn about the history behind these priceless pieces of currency. In this video, we're going to dive deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies you might never have noticed: the 2015 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This coin is not just any regular penny, but a rare treasure that's causing quite a stir in the numismatic world. Some collectors are willing to pay up to $2 million for a well-preserved specimen. But why? What makes this penny so special? Let's find out. Before we explore the fascinating story behind this penny, let's first take a look at the basics of what makes a Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the most iconic coins in American history. The front of the coin features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait, while the reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of the nation's history and values. So, where does the 2015 no mint Mark Lincoln penny fit into all of this? Well, let's break it down. Typically, pennies are minted at one of the U.S. Mint's facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Each of these mints uses a specific letter or mint mark to denote where the coin was produced. Coins minted in Philadelphia usually don't have a mint mark at all, while Denver coins have a D and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. But the 2015 penny with no mint mark? It's a Philadelphia coin, but something went wrong during production, and that's where the excitement begins. To understand why this specific coin has garnered so much attention, we need to go back in time, specifically to the year 2015. That year marked the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II, a significant milestone for America. During this period, the U.S. Mint was focusing on commemorating key historical events, and special editions of coins were being produced to mark these anniversaries. However, among all the normal production of pennies, a small error occurred. Some pennies that should have been marked with the mint mark for Philadelphia were accidentally struck without it. And this was no ordinary error, it was a rare mistake, and that mistake created a coin that collectors found irresistible. The 2015 no mint mark penny is often linked to what some collectors call the War in the Pacific error. Although it wasn't intentionally made to commemorate the end of the Pacific War, this penny has taken on a significant role as a rare historical artifact. The lack of the mint mark makes it stand out from other pennies produced that year, and because the error is so rare, the demand among collectors skyrocketed. But what really sets this coin apart in the market? Why is it worth up to $2 million? The value of coins in the market doesn't just depend on their rarity. It also depends on their condition and how many people are interested in owning a piece of history. For the 2015 no mint mark penny, the combination of a rare minting error and a highly sought-after year has caused its value to soar. Coins like this are often sold at auction, where passionate collectors from around the world compete for the chance to own one. And because the total number of these coins is so small, the price continues to rise, with some coins being sold for staggering amounts. Now, you might be wondering how you can tell if you have one of these rare pennies in your collection. It's a great question. The key is to look closely at the 2015 penny you have. As we mentioned, it will not have any mint mark. If you come across a 2015 penny that doesn't have a D or S on the reverse side, then you may have struck gold. However, not all of these coins are created equal. The value depends heavily on the condition of the coin. A penny with no mint mark that is in pristine, uncirculated condition will be worth far more than one that is worn or damaged. But it doesn't stop there. The penny needs to have been handled with care, kept in a protective case, and ideally, graded by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A coin that is graded as a proof, or mint state, will be worth significantly more than one in poor condition. In fact, a 2015 no mint mark penny in flawless condition can fetch astronomical prices, with some coins fetching upwards of $2 million at auctions. These auction sales aren't just for any ordinary collector. They attract serious buyers, museums, and investors looking to add rare pieces to their collections. For those of you who might be new to coin collecting, this rare penny represents a prime example of what makes this hobby so exciting. It's about discovering hidden gems in your pocket change or at the bottom of a coin jar. It's about learning the history behind a simple coin and understanding why something as small as a penny can be worth so much. If you have any 2015 pennies lying around, now might be the perfect time to check them out carefully. You might be wondering, how did the market for these coins reach such dizzying heights? Well, collectors are always looking for something rare, something that stands out from the typical coins that are in circulation. Over the years, we've seen other similar errors gain massive value. For example, other coins with missing or incorrect mint marks have also sold for millions of dollars. But the 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny stands out due to the rarity of the error and the timing of its production during the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II. The war in the Pacific era has captured the imaginations of collectors who see this penny as more than just a mistake. It's a symbol of a pivotal moment in history, a reminder of the sacrifices made during the war, and a piece of the American legacy. Its rarity, combined with the emotional significance of its historical context, makes it one of the most sought-after coins in recent years. As we wrap up this deep dive into the 2015 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, it's clear that this coin is far more than just pocket change. It's a rare and valuable artifact that has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and investors alike. So, if you have one of these pennies, or if you ever come across one in your collection, take a closer look. You might just have a coin worth millions. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2015 No Mint Mark penny and want to learn more about rare coins and their market value, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Who knows what hidden treasures might be hiding in your collection? We're diving deep into one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics, the 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, also known as the War in the Pacific penny. This particular penny has been attracting collectors and investors alike, with some examples worth a staggering $2 million on the market. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the mysteries of rare coins, you won't want to miss this. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1977 Lincoln penny and its impressive value, let's quickly go over the history of the Lincoln penny. The penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and it has undergone several changes over the years. However, the 1977 penny stands out for a few unique reasons that have caused it to become so valuable. The Lincoln penny is typically minted in one of two locations in the United States, the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. Most coins from these mints have clear mint marks to distinguish where they were produced. A penny minted in Philadelphia will often have no mint mark, while coins produced in Denver feature a D mint mark. Now, the 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is a particularly rare find. According to reports, only a small number of these pennies were mistakenly struck without a mint mark, and these errors have significantly increased their value. But what makes this penny even more intriguing is its connection to the War in the Pacific era. Let me explain. In 1977, the United States was coming off the tail end of the Vietnam War, but the War in the Pacific, the conflict between Japan and the U.S. during World War II, was still a part of American collective memory. The U.S. Treasury, in a symbolic move, included a tribute to this part of American history by minting coins with a focus on honoring important military achievements. The 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was produced during this transitional period, adding a historical layer to its rarity and value. This error coin, which came out during a time of military reflection and change in the minting process, soon became a sought-after item for collectors who understood its significance. While there are thousands of pennies produced each year, the 1977 penny without a mint mark is extremely rare. Only a handful are believed to have been released into circulation, and the ones that have been discovered have fetched extraordinary prices at auctions. But why is this penny worth so much? Well, in the world of rare coins, it's all about rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin. The 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is one of those special pieces that checks all the boxes. Because it's such a rare error coin, collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for one in good condition. And when I say top dollar, I mean a potential value of up to $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. Some 1977 Lincoln pennies without a mint mark have sold for around $2 million, making them one of the most valuable pennies in the world. The price may fluctuate depending on the coin's condition, the rarity of the specific error, and the market at the time of the sale. But even in less than perfect condition, this penny can easily fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, what should you be looking for if you want to see if you have one of these rare 1977 pennies in your collection? First, you need to carefully inspect the penny to see if it has no mint mark. A regular 1977 penny from the Denver Mint will have a D mint mark on the reverse side, under the word 1 cent. If your penny has no mint mark, it could be a valuable error coin. However, not all 1977 pennies without a mint mark are worth millions. The coin must be in exceptional condition, preferably uncirculated, to fetch the highest value. For those of you who may not be familiar with coin grading, Uncirculated means the penny is in mint condition, with no signs of wear or damage. The better the condition of the coin, the more it's worth. You'll want to look for coins that have sharp details, no visible scratches, and a clean surface. Coins in lesser condition may still have value, but they won't reach the astronomical figures of those in perfect shape. It's also important to note that even if your 1977 penny doesn't have the mint mark, it's essential to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. Coin grading experts will assess the quality and authenticity of the coin, which can help determine its true value. A certified coin from a respected grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, is more likely to fetch top dollar at auctions or from collectors. Now, you may be wondering, how can I sell my 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark? If you do happen to come across one of these rare coins, there are several ways to go about selling it. The best option is usually to auction it through a professional auction house that specializes in rare coins. These auction houses often have access to wealthy collectors who are specifically looking for rare and high-value coins. Alternatively, you can sell the penny to coin dealers who specialize in rare coins. However, be prepared to negotiate, as dealers may offer you less than the coin's actual market value, especially if they plan to resell it at a higher price. If you want to ensure you're getting the best price, it's a good idea to do some research on current market trends and recent sales of similar coins before entering into any transaction. In addition to auction houses and dealers, there are also online marketplaces where you can list rare coins for sale. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are popular platforms for buying and selling rare coins. However, be cautious when selling online and ensure the buyer is reputable to avoid potential scams. To recap, the 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is an extremely rare and valuable coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. Its connection to the war in the Pacific era, combined with its error status, makes it a unique piece of American history. If you find one of these pennies, you could be holding a coin worth millions of dollars. Just remember, the condition of the coin and its certification are key to determining its value. If you're interested in rare coins, you should keep an eye out for this one. Who knows? That penny you find in your change could be the next big find in the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on rare coins and valuable finds. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our exciting videos about rare coins and valuable finds. Today, we're going to talk about something that could change your coin collecting journey forever: the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, it's just a regular penny from 1973, right? Well, not quite. This coin has a rich history, a unique story behind its rarity, and a market value that could make your jaw drop. In fact, some 1973 no mint mark Lincoln pennies are valued at over $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. $2 million. So, let's dive into why this penny is so incredibly valuable and why it should be on every collector's radar. To understand the true value of the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny, we need to go back in time to the early 1970s. The year 1973 was significant in American history, and it was a time of great change. But more importantly for coin collectors, it marked the era of the War in the Pacific, a period of intense military conflict that led to the U.S. minting several rare coins. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced pennies with a small D mint mark indicating they were minted in Denver, but it wasn't always the case. Some coins from that year were produced without any mint mark at all. This was an anomaly, an oversight, or perhaps even a mistake during the coin production process. And that's where the magic happened. Why? Because that small detail, a missing mint mark, made these coins incredibly rare. While most people simply passed these pennies along in their change, others recognized their rarity and held on to them, not realizing that their small oversight would lead to a significant financial windfall. But why does a simple missing mint mark make such a difference in value? Let's break it down. When it comes to coin collecting, rarity is key. The fewer there are of a particular coin, the higher the value. The 1973 no mint mark penny is incredibly rare because it was not intended to be produced in large numbers. The absence of the mint mark makes it stand out from the regular pennies minted that year. Collectors around the world have searched for this particular penny, making it one of the most sought-after coins in modern numismatics. While regular 1973 pennies are common and can be found in your spare change, the 1973 no-mint mark penny is a true gem. And that rarity factor is what drives its value up. So, why is it called the War in the Pacific Lincoln penny? The term isn't just a catchy name. It's tied to the coin's connection with a historical period that forever changed the United States. This specific penny, minted during the Vietnam War and during the tail end of the Cold War tensions, carries a sort of historical weight. It's a symbol of a tumultuous time in history, making it more than just a coin but a piece of living history. Collectors love to own a piece of history, and this coin's unique background only adds to its allure. The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has become an icon, representing not only the American coinage system but also the struggles and challenges faced by the U.S. during the 20th century. Now let's talk about the big question. Why is this penny worth up to $2 million? The value of rare coins is determined by several factors, including rarity, condition, and demand. For the 1973 no-mint mark penny, the missing mint mark is what sets it apart, but that's just part of the equation. Condition plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins in pristine condition, meaning they have little to no wear, scratches, or damage, are the ones that attract the highest prices. If you happen to have a 1973 no-mint mark penny that's in mint or near mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The best examples of this penny, especially those in perfect condition, have been sold for upwards of $1 million at auction. But why does the price reach such staggering amounts? Well, demand is high. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare pieces, and when a coin like this comes up for sale, the bidding wars begin. Collectors know how rare it is, and they're willing to pay top dollar for the chance to own such a unique piece of history. It's important to note that not all 1973 no-mint mark pennies are worth millions of dollars. The market is competitive, and the value of a coin depends on its specific condition and any other unique factors it may possess. But, as we'll see later, some of these pennies have indeed fetched prices in the millions. Now that you know the value of the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, you're probably wondering how you can identify one in your collection or in your spare change. Let's go over a few key points to look for. Check the date. The penny should clearly show the year 1973. This is the first step to identifying if your penny might be the right one to look for the mint mark. The mint mark is usually located right under the date. For the 1973 no-mint mark penny, there will be no mint mark at all. If you see a D or S, then it's not the one you're looking for. Condition matters. Even if you find a 1973 penny without a mint mark, it's essential to check its condition. Coins in mint or near mint condition are more valuable than those with visible wear. Get it appraised. If you believe you have a rare coin, it's always a good idea to have it appraised by a professional coin dealer or numismatist. They can help you determine its authenticity and value. If you've discovered that you have a 1973 no-mint mark penny, you might be wondering where to sell it. There are several places you can turn to. Auction houses. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers specialize in rare coins and often sell high-value pennies like the 1973 no-mint mark. These auction houses can help you fetch top dollar for your coin. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay can be a great place to sell coins. However, be sure to do your research and ensure you're dealing with reputable buyers and sellers. Coin dealers. Experienced coin dealers can offer appraisals and may even purchase your 1973 no-mint mark penny directly. Just be sure to get multiple offers to ensure you're getting a fair price. In conclusion, the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a hidden treasure that many coin collectors might overlook. However, if you happen to stumble upon one in your collection or change jar, it could be worth millions of dollars. The rarity, historical significance, and high demand for this penny make it one of the most valuable coins in modern numismatics. If you find one in excellent condition, you might be holding on to a fortune. As always, happy hunting, and remember, you never know what rare coins you might have hidden away in your collection. We dive deep into the world of rare coins, uncovering hidden treasures and valuable pieces of history. Today, we have a special treat for you. An in-depth look at the 1988 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, a coin that has skyrocketed in value. reaching up to $1 million on the market. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? At first glance, it seems like just another regular penny from the late 80s. But when we dig a little deeper, the rarity and story behind this coin become clear, making it a highly sought-after collector's item. To begin, let's take a closer look at what makes a coin like the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny rare. In the United States, mint marks are typically stamped onto coins to indicate where they were produced. For most coins, you'll find mint marks such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, for certain years, some coins were produced without a mint mark at all. The 1988 no mint mark penny is one of those special cases. The key factor here is the scarcity of the coin. In 1988, the United States Mint struck pennies at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, unlike other years where you could find both mint marks, the 1988 penny without a mint mark was only minted at the Philadelphia Mint. The fact that this coin was produced without any mark means that there are fewer of them, making them highly collectible today. But there's more to the story as we dig further into the rarity of the 1988 no mint mark penny. We begin to see why collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for this coin. The real value of a coin often depends on several factors, including its rarity, condition, and demand. While most of the 1988 pennies are fairly common, there is a very limited number of the no mint mark variety in excellent condition. These well-preserved coins are especially valuable to collectors who want to add a rare gem to their collection. The most significant factor contributing to the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny's value is its condition. Coins that are in mint condition, or what's known as uncirculated, can fetch a significant premium. A coin's grade is determined by how well it has been preserved over the years, and coins with high grades are more sought after. For the 1988 no mint mark penny, those in mint state condition, without any signs of wear or damage, are worth far more than those that show typical signs of aging, like scratches or discoloration. The 1988 no mint mark penny has been valued anywhere from a few $100s to over $1 million, depending on the condition and specific characteristics of the coin. But why is there such a huge variation in price? This depends on several factors, including rarity, market demand, and the interest of collectors. At the top end of the market, a perfectly preserved 1988 no mint mark penny can fetch a price that would make any coin enthusiast's jaw drop. The demand for rare and unique coins is a major driving force behind the value of the 1988 no mint mark penny. Coin collectors, investors, and even history buffs are constantly on the lookout for coins like this one. As a result, the market for such rare items is growing and prices are steadily increasing over time. But the story doesn't end there. Another factor that has contributed to the increase in value for the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is the historical context in which it was produced. 1988 was a year filled with significant historical events, including the end of the Cold War and major advancements in technology. While these events may seem unrelated to a penny, they have added to the cultural value of coins produced during this time. As the years go by, the 1988 no mint mark penny has taken on additional significance as a symbol of an era, further driving its value. Now, let's talk about how you can find this rare coin and potentially add it to your own collection. Many coin collectors and investors search through their own change, hoping to find hidden gems. While the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is relatively rare, it's not impossible to find. If you're lucky enough to come across one in your pocket change, it's essential to take a moment to examine the coin closely. If you're looking for a more reliable way to acquire a 1988 no mint mark penny, there are several trusted sources where you can purchase one. Online coin marketplaces, auctions, and reputable coin dealers are all great places to start. But be cautious. Since this penny is so valuable, there are counterfeit coins circulating as well. It's crucial to deal with trusted professionals to avoid being scammed. To ensure you're getting an authentic coin, always ask for a certificate of authenticity or have it appraised by a professional. As we wrap up our video today, let's recap what makes the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny so special. Its rarity, unique production history, and condition are just a few of the factors that make this coin worth up to $1 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of numismatics, Understanding the factors that contribute to a coin's value is key to making informed purchases and building a valuable collection.